Good morning, you guys. It is July 6th. I should know that because yesterday was my dad's birthday and our nephew's birthday, and the day before was the 4th of July. Anyways, listen. So it's been crazy. It's been ridiculous. I know I'm like all cheerful and all the joys, but I think with the heat wave of last week and being pregnant, I know I say this like every video now, I'm pregnant. like, but if you're new here, yes, we're pregnant with baby number 4, and it's been crazy. And yeah, so I don't want somebody being like, I don't know, like it's a serious situation, but it's like, well, drinking a lot of water is not that bad, like whatever, or like watching what you eat is not, like whatever, like no, listen, okay. Um, I believe in eating what you can when you're pregnant because sometimes you can't hold down things. And as much as we should aim for healthy, positive things and good things for our body, sometimes that's not what baby wants. And when you're on the brink, like if you have hyperemesis gravidarum, like I did in the beginning of this pregnancy, getting something on your stomach is better than nothing, right? Okay. Just want to give that tidbit. Anyways, so last week, like, I should have stayed really hydrated. I was trying to drink as much water as I could, but I was also like super sick again. Not like I was months ago, but I was just like going through it. So I had to take my nausea meds again. I was drinking a can of Coke, like I have been, but like trying to like help hold that down. I've had heartburn really bad, trying to hold the Tums down, like it's just, it's been great. I think my body also like, so VBS is really fun. Vocation Bible School is really fun. Absolutely love it. Love the summertime, all the things. But I think between being pregnant and just like VBS, and then we've had like summer camp, and then we've had like a bunch of different things going back and forth, and then like we had that big heat wave. I think it just hit my body like really bad. And yeah, she's growing and she's moving and she's doing great, but I think that it took me for a whirlwind. So, if you're new here, make sure you smash that like button and run away with it to go get married, and find another like button to give that like button to somebody else. So that like, right? So they could live happily ever after and have little bitty like button babies. Anyways, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, everything that's been going on today, well, yesterday, so we had, let me backtrack. So Saturday we had a 4th of July get together. It was fun. It was great. It was really fun, actually. Yeah, it was just like spent with family and things. And it was hot, and I was drinking water, but like, I didn't drink enough water, and that's okay, is what it is. Anyways, very next day we were supposed to go to church. I got up, Daniel got up, but like our bodies were just so depleted, and like I didn't actually start getting, okay, so we left Daniel's mom and dad's house at like 10:30, and we got home about 11-ish, and then, which they don't live far, and then I'm just trying to think. So like people were shooting off fireworks, which is fine, but we live right next door. Like, I can look out my window and see like where everybody usually shoots off fireworks, and I can look out my other window and see where everybody usually shoots fireworks, because it's just like, it's just where people go. Like, it's just a known spot. And like they were shooting off fireworks 4th of July, which is fine. And then I feel like every year it gets dragged on longer and longer. So I'm going to say this with what I'm going to say. I am not entitled. I'm not like, this is my space, like this is our property, yes, but like public spaces, whatever. Um, like, the world don't revolve around me. It does not revolve around my kids. It doesn't revolve around my husband. If anything, the world revolves around Jesus and our Lord and Savior, right? Like, okay, no, it does not revolve around anybody or anything. Okay, but like, I know I just said but anyways, so they were shooting off fireworks until about 1 in the morning, and then it rained for about 30 minutes or so, and then they were shooting off fireworks till about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And when you have like the big, rambunctious, just loud, booming fireworks where it sounds like a cannon being shot off and things like that, like, not like pew pew pew, but like the big ones, right? When you're a light sleeper and or you get startled awake, you're like going in and out of like sleep. So I didn't get a good night's sleep that night, and it's fine. Like, the world does not revolve around me. But I slugged. We were driving, like, I'm tired. I went to go pick up my grandmother and take her with us to the birthday party yesterday. And we had to drive all the way down where we was going, which was like an almost 2-hour drive. Did all of that. And then usually we stay, but I told it, like, stay and go to like his sister's house and stuff. But I'm like, I can't, like, you're exhausted, like, you're falling asleep, like, because Daniel, the day before, he was up from like 3 in the morning to go to work, to be at work at 4, and then he was up all day until we got home, and then he slept. But he said I think he said he slept like the majority of them, unless it was like a big massive one. But yeah, like, he didn't really sleep either. He was just exhausted. So I did the driving, which is fine. So then, like, we drove back, and it was hot and all the things, and I'm like, you got to be up at 3 in the morning. I was like, let's not stay until like 7, 8 o'clock at night and then take a 2-hour drive and then drop grandma off and then take a 35-minute drive to our house, and then you have to be up at like 3 in the morning. So we left. And I'll tell you what, yesterday we got back and I was tired. Hold on. But yeah, we got home, we like mellowed out, didn't really do nothing, and then like we just all went to bed. Like, we were so tired. So that's what we've been doing. I started yesterday when I got home. I started this little triangle shawl. I'll show you the color wave in just a second. I started that last night. And this is the color wave pattern. Now, I bought 4 of these while we were at Walmart yesterday. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need another one, but I didn't have the time to go digging for another one of these. Well, so like, many of you guys don't know this, but Daniel works at Walmart, and the store that he's at did a complete remodel of the store, and have to go find what we were looking for, and then like restocking everything. I'm like, I do not have time for that. So I got 3. They're just in the middle of all of it, but it's called Steel Blue. It's Lion Brand Yarn Mandela Gradient. I am having like word brain mosh. But yeah, it's a size 4. It calls for a 5.5, and I'm using a 6.5. That is the second ever thing that I've made with the moss stitch. Well, let me rephrase. Third. I did another shawl that's a scrappy shawl, and I did that, and then I did this little bitty piece to practice how to do it in the like rows, and it did not turn out right. However, it's for my big scrappy patchwork blanket, so it didn't have to be perfect. But yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Then this is the third thing that I made, making with the moss stitch. And I think, as much as I love the moss stitch, I am not a single crocheter. I am a double crochet person. just, it was like the first stitch that I was taught. I was taught how to make a continuous granny square. And, yeah, so, I just, like, I know how to do single crochet. I just feel like it takes forever. However, I do like the moss stitch. I think it's really pretty. I do have the baby yarn that, if you guys don't know, I have made so many video clip footages, and then I'm like, no, I don't like it, and then I delete it. And then I'll do another set, and I'm like, no, I don't like it. Anyways, Daniel's, one of his co-workers, he's since retired, but he has a prostate cancer, so be praying for him. But, one of the things at the event, this was like the first one that I went to, and, it was like all the co-workers that they work with ended up, not everybody could come, but a lot of them came. And that's who it was set up by, was his family and the co-workers. And, anyways, there was a basket full of baby yarn, and you got to bid on them, you get things like that. Like, it wasn't like a live auction person, but like you had a piece of paper and you bid on it. And then the last person that bid the highest amount got it. Well, she got it for me, and I thought it was super sweet. I am baby make. Don't say that. I am like kind of burned out on making all the baby things, and I know, like, well, you're pregnant. Yeah, like, okay, so I've made a bunch of baby hats. I have to weave in the ends. I've made baby girl a hat and a little like hospital gown dress that she could wear. I've been making like baby blankets. Like, I'm just kind of burnt out on the baby stuff. So what I've been thinking about doing, and I hate to even say this, but I don't believe in telling people or videoing. I don't believe in telling people the good deeds that you have done or things like that. Because really, like, it should only matter to the Lord, and you lose your rubies in heaven if you go and like brag and boast and, like, filming that you gave people food, or filming them that you gave them money, or, like, people don't want to be on camera for that. And I just, like, it just kind of bothers me. But what I'm going to say with this is because some people don't know about these organizations. So what I did this year was, my daughter and I made some baby beanies for the NICU. I have to finish weaving the ends in. We finished those in like March. It is now July. And I was just super sick that I was just trying to recover. So I got to weave those ends and finish those. And then hopefully, I'm hoping like by the time school starts, we can like go on the weekend or something and drop them off. It's just repetitive weaving in ends, and it's driving me insane, and we made so many of them, which, thank the Lord, but, it can get kind of repetitive. Anyways, so what I plan on doing with this baby yarn is I plan on actually making some scarves with it. Now, I want to... Let me explain. So there's a place called Warm Up America where you can make the stuff that they need. They take donations of like all kinds, but like blankets and hats, scarves, gloves, fingerless gloves. I think they take shawls. I don't remember what and all they need, but if you like go to their website, it will tell you like what they need. So what I'm saying with this is, they also take 7x9 squares, and you send them in, and then you can sign up in, because it's like a non-profit organization thing. It started with a woman that had I think she had like a storefront, and she was like, she knitted, crocheted, taught classes and things, and she knows that there were people who were like homeless and things that needed stuff, so she was like, let me try to do this. So she was, filling that need, and then she realized that No matter how much she did, she couldn't keep up. And making a blanket was a big commitment. So she came up with this like thing where, you know, if you can make 7x9 squares, you know, I'll give you the, you know, like the size dimensions and stuff, and then we knitted or crocheted, however. We can all sit here, do them, and then they put them together and put them in a blanket. People want, like, you know, making a bigger project smaller, and, you know. So, and it just took off. Well, okay. They're always taking things, and I have a scrappy blanket. It's my patchwork blanket. So I need my yarn, but I'm starting to repeat the same colors because it's all I have. So what I want to do, and if this makes any sense, like, I have this yarn, right? And I have quite a bit of it. Now, I don't want this continuously going throughout my blanket because it's continuously going throughout my blanket. And I have a lot of blues and greens and whites and, like, very suddenly, like, pinks. And I've got, like, the same rainbow yarn and things like that, stripy rainbows. And I'm just looking at it and, you know, all the things. So what I want to do is I don't want to have a bunch of this in there. So I'm thinking about taking, like, this type of yarn and the baby yarn and making some scarves with it to make something different. And I think they need 6 inches by 56 or 70 inches. I can't remember. Somewhere in that range. But making a scarf with it, and then I'll have a scrappy ball. And then my scrappy ball of yarns, where I have so much of this, like what's left of where it's already in that blanket, I can take those and just make another scarf, or so on and so on and so on. So that's what I'm thinking about doing with this. I do want to keep this pattern. By the way, this yarn is Cherry Speckle. I think it's really pretty. I just randomly grabbed at Walmart a couple weeks ago because I needed random colors for my scrappy patchwork blanket for my bed. Anyways, it came with this, and I didn't realize this until yesterday, but it's a crocheted waffle stitch hat. And it says, am I reading this right? Hold on. Okay, so if you want to crochet with this, just for anything, it takes a 5.5 millimeter hook. If you want to make this waffle stitch hat, it is, you need a 4.5 millimeter. But I just think it's, like, really cool. And I'm going to put this back on the skein. But it says that it's easy. You only need one skein to make it. Let's see. It's got let's see. It says to fit head circumference 18, and then in quotes, or in like the little, like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so 18 inches would be 45.5 centimeters, and if you need 20 to 21 inches, it would be 51 to 56 centimeters. I can read that. It just didn't make sense in my brain. I don't know why. Let's see. Chain 2 at the beginning of the round does not count. Wait. Chain 2 at the beginning of round does not count as a stitch. Okay, so I do that anyways. Join in the rounds with a slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. What FP? Let me look at the notes. Oh, double crochet front post. I knew that because it's a waffle stitch. Sorry, that it just didn't click in my brain. Okay, that's weird. Oh, are we decreasing? Wait a minute, hold on. I'm so used to starting at the top. Okay. So, this tells you how to make the pom-poms too, not while I'm looking at it. But you start with 56 chains. Join in the round. Take care to not twist chain. You know what? I'm gonna look on YouTube. You guys remind me and see if I can find this. But it's from Red Heart. I'm pretty sure it's maybe Yarn Inspiration or Red Heart. Yeah, it's like you're starting from the bottom and you're working your way up, and I looks like are we decreasing? Yeah, no decrease. Anyways, I do want to try this. I know that took way longer than what I wanted to talk about it. I might make this with this. I might make it with something else. I don't know. But yeah, I got a bunch of little bitty balls that I want to make stuff with too. So yeah. Oh, Tiffany Hansen, she's on YouTube. She was saying that now I'm drawing a blank. Warm Up America loves the idea, and they really highly support using up your scraps. So it doesn't matter what it looks like or anything like that, what you make. It could be like totally random. It could be really scrappy. It's going for a purpose to keep somebody warm. And they're like the big umbrella, and then they like trickle down to these organizations that trickle down. And so there's that. But yeah, I think this is super great. I want to do this, and I don't know. Also, now I've emailed them about this, but with baby girl coming, I don't know how we're gonna how to do this. But basically, with the 7x9s, you like get in touch with them, and then you could donate $60. That covers like shipping and handling, and they send you 500 squares. And I'm pretty sure if you want to make, like, what you do is you take the squares, and you're not going to put 500 of them together in one blanket. But you join them, and you can put a border on them, and then you can, like, send them back, or you could drop them off to a organization close to you. And you can make, like, baby blankets with them. You can make lap blankets. You can make all kinds of stuff with them. So I emailed them, but I really want to do that. It's just with baby girl coming, I don't know when they're going to email me back, and I don't know how long it'll take for them to get here. And I know you don't have to finish them in a certain amount of time, but I'm basically going to be home. It's going to be the winter months, and I would love to make some blankets and either send them back completed or hand them out locally. So I'm just like, I'm feeling the water on that. Daniel's cool with it. I'm cool with it. The kids are cool with it. It's just, like, this is July. It's almost October. And I know that's crazy because it's almost not. But pregnancy-wise, it's almost October. I'm going to be entering the 3rd trimester soon. In just a couple weeks. So, yeah. It's crazy to think. Alright, I am going to finish this up. And, well, I can't finish it. I'm not going to finish it today. I want to work on this. I got to call the bank, and I got to call my kids' doctor's office, because I'm pretty sure they had an appointment on June 29th. And my brain glitched. And I, like, for some reason, I was thinking, like, July 29th. And then, like, everything happened. My oldest had an appointment that day, too. So I was like, maybe, I don't know. But they had an appointment that day, and that day is really important because, like, keeping that appointment. This was, like, the first appointment we missed. Okay, like, it's fine. But, every 3 months we have to go in for a medication evaluation appointment. My oldest has autism, and my daughter has ADHD, and it's, like, she's got to have her meds to, like, help her. And she also has a heart. So my daughter was born with a heart murmur. And we weren't told about it until she was about 3 or 4 years old. That's when we learned about her heart murmur, and I'm like, what? Anyways, she has really bad panic attacks and stuff, so her anxiety meds help her not to make her heart murmur worse. That makes sense. Plus, it helps her function, so you got to do things to keep up and things like that. So it's fine. I got to call them, and then our bank did an online update. Like, they redid their whole like internet. We now got an app, and we all had to like recreate accounts, and I verified everything. I even called the bank to verify. And here's the thing. My in-laws, my husband, like all of us were through the same exact bank. I called to verify, to figure out how to set up everything. I set it up everything on my, like, for my account. I was able to go on Amazon and buy a car seat and stroller for baby girl. It's supposed to be here today. And I was able to get something else, apparently, that I did not mean to order just yet. It's a book. And yeah, and then I was able to make a vehicle payment. But like going to get gas with my card, even though I have the money on my account, my card's locked. But it's not because of the purchase that I made on Amazon or the car payment, because those have been a reoccurring thing that like doesn't get flagged. So it's just like I don't know. I gotta call the bank, get that figured out. I gotta call the doctor's office, get that figured out. And yeah, hopefully all things work out. Oh, I'm just trying to think. I'm exhausted, so I might take a nap today. I'm just trying to think. What else? Yeah, I'm exhausted. My brain's mushy. Not much really is going on. I plan on doing a video of bricking my phone this week to see how long I can go brick. Now, I have had my phone brick since last night to this morning, and last night was bricked for like 3 hours because at midnight it starts over. So far, my phone has been bricked for almost 7 hours. Now, I've had to unbrick my phone sometimes to look up something, to message my husband on Messenger, or vice versa, whatever. However, look something up. So, I've just been bricking it, unbricking it. Yeah, I'm tired. My brain's mushing. Alright, let me hop off of here and get those appointments made. And I think I'm going to take a nap. I need it. I'm exhausted. I don't feel good. I put my Winnie the Pooh cup, my, like, Stanley, whatever. I filled it up with, like, I think, like, this much water in the bottom of it. Put it in the freezer to fill it up with ice. And I'm going to add some water to it and drink it when I wake up, or however. Yeah. I might put an electric light packet. Baby girl is swimming and kicking and punching right now. July 15th, I have an appointment at my doctor's office for my monthly appointment. And I think, well, hold on. So I have an appointment this month for July 15th. And then July 22nd, we go for an ultrasound because baby girl wasn't staying still at the 20-week appointment. And they just wanted, like, we could see her, but they needed, like, clear photos where she wasn't moving. So they're letting her run out of room some more, letting her grow. And then I have an appointment next month. And then I think, right, am I thinking this right? I think after that, after my August appointment, I go every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because I gotta do my glucose test, which isn't, like, really an appointment. I just, like, I have to go to this appointment coming up. And then they're, like, put the order in, and I can just go whenever during that week, do the glucose test, and do my appointment. And then after that, it's, like, every 2 weeks, and that's a week. So it's just, like, yeah. Anyways, it's crazy. We're getting to that point. Yeah, so I'm gonna hop off of here. I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Later.